Look, we've all seen the trend, blurry orange photos. Here we are, November 2022, and this is now the norm. So, how exactly are we supposed to take good blurry photos? Well, all it really is just higher shutter speed with higher f-stop and just some in-camera movement. So examples from the photography world would probably be Ernst Hans or L.Kaison. So let's give it a shot. So first we get a punch in the settings. Basically, when shooting this style, of course you shoot on manual mode. You want ISO probably as low as you can get. For me it's 200. Shutter maybe around 1 second or 1.6 or something like that, and f-stop somewhere in ballpark of 10 to like 22 stops. I'm using autofocus, so it's a lot like night photography or long handheld photography. A little bit harder. It's a lot more experimental than anything else there is. You can really play with it, like using zoom in, zoom out on your way as you're doing it. Let's try this. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You just have to experiment a lot with this. It's all about steady hand and small camera movement. If you make something like, I don't know, then it looks not that great. Shoot properly. For example, these lights here. Get them right around here. It doesn't look interesting, but I don't know. Ooh. Maybe this gate will be a good example for it. So I basically wanna do zoom out, get right in center, just a bunch of blurry photos, nothing else really. Yeah, you can shoot some interesting portraits with it, definitely. For examples here, here, and here. Maybe I could like try a self-portrait with these reflections or something. It's all about the motion blur. It's all about the motion blur, and blurry photos have their vibe, and some people really like them. But I would not say they are for me, because there are just so many other types of photography you can do. The value on these photos, like, it is there, but unless you want to make it like your whole portfolio, like is Karlovac, then I would like recommend trying it and having some fun with it, but don't pursue it. Because if you like choose like one type of topic in photography, for example, or in any other area, and you just stick with it, you might never find something that could be better, more interesting. Oh, it's a Tesco. Ah, cool. For example, Ernst Hans, I mentioned him at the beginning of this video. He was a photographer in 50s or 60s in America. One of his more prominent works were when he was shooting streets of New York. Colored photography, so apart from the usual black and white, which was still the norm, he had a lot of motion blur in his photos and he used it well. He, for example, had to have motion blurs in them because the shots required a lot of light, so higher shutter speed, therefore they were more blurry due to technical difficulties. I don't really find a lot of a reason to shoot motion blur photos so much. It basically comes down to basic preferences and what I like, what I dislike. Yeah. This is the old market. I came here a lot in my videos, but I just love the vibe. What am I focusing on? 1.3 shutter. Oh, reflections. What a pleasant surprise, something in them. No, it's too dark. Maybe that tower. Also, the later it gets, the harder everything is. Just look at it, it's nice, but I don't know what to do with it. Down, shutter speed, high f-stop, snap a few, and suddenly the settings are all wrong. Maybe I was hoping for something else here, since I moved to Bratislava. Yeah, something like this. This actually works. Yeah, I'm okay with this. What can I do about this lamp? Actually, not half bad. I don't know, maybe taking some pictures with other people would have been nice. I had that back home. Well, this is now my home, so technically I'm not having it right now, but I had it back home and it was cool. And now, there we go. Ghost photography. Boo, spooky. I've been ill since like September, since like the beginning of September. I got food poisoning, then I had COVID. All fun and games. Then you have to start taking care of yourself and some Dutch angle. I still have battery, yeah. So Dutch angle. Spooky, scary skeletons, shivers down its spine. I have manual or autofocus? Scary. Okay, so that will be all for today. The motion blur spooky autumn photography POV video in Bratislava. That's what this is going to be. I hope you enjoyed. Like my channel and my work. Post a lot of things on Instagram, also on other photography platforms. But everything that's the interest for you is probably Instagram and YouTube. I have Slovak channel. I don't post so much of a photography type videos, it's a little bit more of essay type videos. And goodbye. And if you're watching this at night, then good night.